Hey guys, what's up? It's Code Gamer One back again with another video. Which a lot of you probably heard that I was going to post a video today, in the video yesterday, but you didn't really believe me because this YouTube channel has never been the most consistent thing in the world, other than before I went to college. But that's about to change. With the new series I am doing now on iRacing is going to be called the iRacing Road Career. iRacing, as a lot of you probably know, does not have a career mode. That's because there's no AI or anything, but I'm going to kind of make my own career on it. I'm going to start in the Skip Barber car and work my way through the ranks of open wheel. Why open wheel? Just because I've always enjoyed those cars and I want to learn how to drive them better. I've always been more of an oval guy. I'm going to say that. That's why I'm going to focus a lot on this series, because I want to become a better road driver. I do really enjoy it, and open wheel has always just been fun to me, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Like I said, I'm going to start in the Skip Barber car. This is a series that's probably going to span a couple years. I do have a map planned out. One of the cars that I want to drive is not out yet, but it has been announced, so when we come to that point, I may skip that if it's not out, or if it's out, I will obviously continue with the road that I have planned out. So yeah, let's get into it. This is going to be kind of a preseason preview. The first season is going to be in the Skip Barber car, and as anyone that drives in iRacing knows, the season is already underway. It's about halfway done. So this is going to be preseason. I'm going to do a 7-week preseason because that's the amount of weeks that's left in the current season on iRacing. And then I'll do some week 13 stuff. And then once season 1 starts on iRacing, we're going to go hard and we're going to have goals for our championship. I don't know what those goals are going to be yet. Like I said in the video yesterday, I've been in the process of moving, so I haven't even been on iRacing much. I've done a couple road races since I've moved into this place, and my road racing is definitely rusty. That is something that you definitely lose your skills at if you're not racing. You wouldn't think you'd lose it as much as you do, but you really do. So this preseason is kind of just going to be to get in the swing of road racing again. And the Skip Barber is a perfect car for that, I think, because it's not as much of a car about speed. If you have speed, you're going to be up front. But in order to do well, once you get like top 5 speed, a lot of it is racecraft. Because the Skip Barber, the skill ceiling, a lot of people can get to the skill ceiling, and then it's how you race and how you're patient over the course of a race. Now, since this is like a preseason, I could treat this as just each race is like a one race thing and do as good as I can in that one race. But I do want to have some kind of goals for the preseason to like race like I would in a regular season. Like I'm thinking of bigger picture in the races and working towards something. So I'm going to kind of detail out what the Skip Barber car is, and then I'm going to detail out what races I'm going to be doing over the course of the preseason on the iRacing schedule, and then kind of what my goals are in the preseason. So let me pull up iRacing here. I think this is right. Hopefully that was right. So the Skip Barber car is 1,250 pounds. Has 150 horsepower, 4-cylinder engine. It's 2 liters, and it has a 5-speed sequential gearbox. Like I said, it's a very good car to start in because the skill ceiling, I think, is very, I wouldn't say easy to reach, but a lot of people can reach the skill ceiling. And then, like I said, it's a lot about racecraft. So we'll be learning the racecraft in this series before we move up to the higher open wheel series. Now, if we go to the iRacing schedule, like I said, this is going to be a preseason, basically. So these first 6 weeks of the season are already done. I did race in week 1. I did race in week 1 in Lime Rock, so I did get some championship points. And the way the iRacing points system works is you get your top 8 weeks count towards your points, and then you have 4 drop weeks, and that'll be your 4 lowest scoring weeks. So technically in this series, I could still contend for the championship. So that's why I'm going to have some pretty lofty goals for this series in particular. But like I said, we're going to be starting in week 6, which is at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, and I did the same thing again at Laguna Seca, a track that it has never really been my best track in the world. The corkscrew has always been the bane of my existence, other than in the MX-5, because I always seem to spin the tires and spin out there. So a lot of that week will be, like I said, getting back in the swing of road racing and figuring out how to drive Laguna Seca. Then we have Le Mans Circuit de la Sarthe, which I'm very looking forward to. I have not even touched that track yet since it came out, which I kind of feel bad about, because that's one of the tracks I've been looking most forward to coming out on iRacing, even before they announced it, because that's always been one of my favorite road tracks ever. And then we have Watkins Glen Classic Boot. I've always liked the Glen. I kind of wish it had the bus stop, but Classic Boot's still good, and I think it kind of works better for the skippies. Then we have New Hampshire Road with South Oval, which is one of the better roval tracks on the service, in my opinion. Daytona, New Hampshire, and Homestead have the best rovals, in my opinion. So looking forward to that. And then the Sonoma Long Circuit. I've mainly only driven the Cup Circuit at Sonoma, so learning the Long Circuit will be good. I've played it on Forza a little bit, so I kind of know the layout of it, but I need to learn how to drive it on iRacing. Then Imola, which is another track that I have not touched yet, so I don't know how that's going to be. I haven't touched it on any sim ever, so that's a track that I'm going to 100% have to learn. And then Mid-Ohio, which is another track that I have to get better at. So this preseason is going to benefit me a lot, I think, because I have a lot of learning to do on all of these tracks except the Glen and the New Hampshire Roval, which I'll have to learn how to drive in the Skippy. So let's get into what my goals are for this season, and then kind of detail what the upload schedule will be for the series. So I am currently in Division 4. I'm hoping to get that up to Division 3 at least by next season, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. My goals for Division 4, I did some calculations to see where I could maybe end up based on how these guys are points-wise, and my goal is top 30 in my division. Now that is a very, very lofty goal, seeing as these guys have already raced 4 or 5 weeks already, and I've only raced 1. And let me check how many points I have total. There should be a go to me button. I don't know. So I'm 327. We're getting there. Should be the next page. So in the first week at Lime Rock, I scored 76 championship points, which is not great. I would kind of wish that was a drop week. But we're going to be hitting some of the SOF races, and I do think a top 30 in my division is possible by the end of the season. And now if we go to the full standings, I'm 1,889th out of 3,600 people that have raced in the Skippy this season. As you can see, the participation is very high in the Skip Barber car, so the SOF races are very, very important. But my goal for the overall standings is going to be, let me go to page 4. Is going to be top 100. Now, I don't know if that's going to be possible. That's going to be a very, very big stretch to make it there by the end of the season, but I do think it is doable. Now, if we go to I don't need to go to anything. I just wanted to outline the upload schedule for this. This video has gone up on a Tuesday, and that is how the series is always going to go. The Tuesday that this goes up, it is already going to be, if I go to the schedule, the Tuesday that this goes up, it is already going to be Laguna Seca week. So you might be saying, well, why are you going to be uploading them a week late? Because by that logic, next week Tuesday will already be Le Mans week, and I'll be uploading Laguna Seca week. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to outline at the end of the video where I am in the points standings. So at the end of each video, I will show where I am in the division standings and the overall standings. So that's how it's going to go. And this is going to be a YouTube exclusive series for two reasons. One, I want to get people onto my YouTube channel. And two, I want to focus on this series. I don't want to have a Twitch chat distracting me from the racing. I want to do as good as I can in this series and progress as much as I can. This series is going to be very important to me because I do want to learn to be a good road driver. Because I do really enjoy road racing, like I said. So let me go back to this camera. But like I said, I do I do stream on Twitch quite a bit. So make sure to follow me on Twitch and like my Facebook page, because when you like me on Facebook, there's notifications whenever I go live on Twitch, whenever there's a YouTube video that's going to go up, when a YouTube video has gone up. And also be sure to subscribe to this channel for this series. Like I said, it's going to be going up every Tuesday, but if you subscribe, it will show up in your sub feed, hopefully. The YouTube sub feeds are kind of whack sometimes. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited as I am for this series. Like I said, I could not wait for the next season. That's why I'm doing the preseason now, because I just wanted to get the series started. So yeah, I hope you guys are as excited as I am, like I said, and I hope you're ready for the ride. See you guys later.